hot day out here today, and first day to kind of get in our game prep stuff with scout teams and all that. So always a little bit sluggish that first day because you're trying to get everybody organized and situated. There's a lot of teaching going on as far as schemes of the other team. It's been all Clemson up until this point. But, we got some good work done. Tomorrow will be another important day for us. And picture day tomorrow, fan day Sunday, and hopefully get to Monday, and we'll be just that much closer. This extra week is a little different for us this year from a practice planning standpoint.
Ready to find time to get something to eat today, look a little better?
Yeah, he was better today.
Looks like there might be a few more yellow jerseys out there. Everybody okay, though?
Yeah, everybody's kind of banged up. Probably the biggest thing from the scrimmage was Mark Fields. He broke a little bone in his hand, so he's probably going to have a cast on his hand for about 4 weeks or so. That's probably the biggest thing. G-Hop had a bruised back, but again, nothing that's going to keep anybody out for extended amounts of time. So we came through the scrimmage pretty good.
Do you know what you're going to do about next week as far as scheduling practices?
Yeah, we'll practice Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday will be a day off the field. It'll be a classroom day, meetings, and then we'll practice Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday morning will be meetings as well. So again, just we've got to be smart with their legs, and then we're in the 20-hour work week too now. So we have to stay within the confines of our 20 hours, but I think it'll be good. 2 good days, Monday, Tuesday, a good day off their feet Wednesday. Like I said, with just some meetings, and then Thursday, Friday, some good field work again, and then Saturday morning meetings, and then Sunday we'll officially start game week for us.
Do coaches like having that extra week, or would you rather just get to
I've always been one. When school starts, I'm ready to play. Let's go. But it's just different. I mean, we're not ready to play because the camp was a little shorter, and so because we've got an extra week of school, so there's still things that we got to get done that from our checklist and our installation that there was no way we could have gotten all of it done in that camp time. So we need the time. There's a lot of things we got to get done between now and next week. We've got our Beanie Bowl game next Friday. That's always a big kind of the final piece of preparation as far as all the things that we try to cover. This first game you never really feel like you've gotten everything done, but you do all you can, and so we got a lot to do to prepare the team, and then culmination with the Beanie Bowl on Friday, and all the many situations that we cover through that, and when that's over, then it's about really getting them fresh, and they will have already had a significant amount of game prep time with Wofford. So, that last week is about polishing. Game plan will be in, really owning the plan, getting better, and again getting them fresh and ready to play.
Where do you stand as far as redshirt seasons?
We're gonna meet again Monday, and we've got several guys that I think we've made the decision on. If you want to ask me about one of them, I'll tell you. But then we've got others that are we hadn't made a decision on.
Garrett Williams.
He's going to play. He's going to play. He's going to help us. Kelly's going to play.
Does the injury to Mark Fields change anything?
Not right now. It could, but not right now. We know he can help us, and he's going to be a special teams guy too. We're pretty good in the secondary, but he's a guy that we think can help us somewhere down the line as the season goes. But that is something we'll evaluate as far as how if we have any setbacks with the bone in his hand. But we don't anticipate that. We feel like that he's in about 4 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks. Maybe we can get him out of that cast. And again, we don't play for 2 more weeks, and you got a couple games and an open date, and then you're in October quickly, and we only play 3 games, so before October. So we got a long way to go, and it's a long season. So right now our decision was to play him, and we'll talk about it again Monday. But I don't foresee that changing. But again, that's just going to kind of depend on if he has a setback or something.
There's a group of defensive linemen in there: Austin Bryant, Cleveland Farrell, Albert Huggins. Where do you see them redshirt wise?
Austin will definitely play. Cleveland is on the bubble. Huggins is going to play. Huggins is a guy that is learning a new position and is still hasn't come quite as natural inside just because he's learning, but he's one of those guys that physically is ready. I mean, there's just no question. Physically, he's ready to help us. He's down the line right now because mentally he's still got a lot to learn, fundamentally, technically, but he's one of those guys that every rep is getting better, every day is getting better, and you just see it. So, right now I foresee him helping us. Cleveland, I said, is on the bubble. Same thing. He's got his break in his hand was a little more serious, and so he's got a cast on his hand too. He's a guy that right now we could go either way with, and we're just going to have to kind of see how it all plays out in the next few weeks. Probably won't make a decision for a while, 100%. But he's a bubble guy right now.
The linebacker situation, Chad Smith?
Bubble. He's on the bubble. I have not made a decision on him. JD and Judah and Jalen, we're going to get ready to play. We need them. From special teams, we need some depth. Chad, we haven't made the decision 100% on. We're going to talk again on it Monday. Those guys are all such huge parts of your core special teams, and we've got to be careful with what we do with Ben and BJ. Ben and BJ have always been big special teams guys, but they haven't been the starters either. Now their role's different, and they got to play a lot of snaps. And we've recruited all these good players. And not all of them are ready to be our starting backer or whatever, but they can definitely help us on teams. And so those are a lot of the decisions that we have to make with some of those guys is based on that, special teams. We're still working through that, but that's our plan right now.
Playing Kelly, is Tucker looking at a redshirt?
Well, we don't know. He like I said, he's been out here for 5 minutes of camp. It's the quickest injury in the history of football. But maybe we lost somebody in stretch before. I don't know, but it was close. So I don't know. I can't answer that. And then we only got 4 quarterbacks, so he's a rolled ankle away of being the third guy. So we'll get him back, and we'll carry him. We carry our quarterbacks all year. We prep them all year. We keep them in the meetings. We take them on the road with us. that whole learning process for those guys is critical. But ideally, yeah, we want to redshirt him. And that's just kind of that's the hand we've been dealt. But that's standing here at August 21st. A month from now, he might be our second team guy. I have no idea. So there's just so much that goes into it. But if everything stayed the same, we would love to travel him with us every week, but hold him.
Has Adam Choice progressed enough to avoid a redshirt?
Adam has done great. He's pushed himself. He's done everything. It's really not anything to do with Adam. We really want to hold Adam, and that's another guy that he's on the bubble for one reason. I think he would like to get his year back. He feels, I think, a little cheated from what he got last year. He's right there. He gets the starting job, and bam, he's out. We've got a really good situation at running back. All those guys can play. And so it would kind of like we did with Kevin Dodd a couple years ago. Kind of a luxury for us if we could hold him. But it's like I told Adam, I can't promise him that. And I think end of the day, he'd be fine with that too. And I told Dodd the same thing. You get a couple guys hurt, hey, you got to play. Because ultimately we got to do what's best for the team. And but as we sit right now with the guys that we have, I'm very comfortable with all of them. Adam included, but it would be a real luxury for us, and I think a real benefit for him if we could hold him. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out.
Any of those freshman offensive linemen outside of Hyatt and Morgan who you're definitely going to get ready to play?
Right now, just those two. We're going to continue. Again, same thing. Noah is not far off. He's really made improvement. Zach's gotten better and better. He's probably had the biggest adjustment, but really talented and really needs the power hour. Noah does too. So right now that's our plan, is to hold those two guys, but we'll see how it all plays out.
You talked about how difficult the tight end position is much to learn in this offense. Do you think Garrett Williams will have the cerebral aspect of the position?
Well, that's the only reason he's playing, because, I mean, the kid is physically gifted, and we knew that. He's powerful. He's explosive. I mean, he's a power lifter in high school. But you just never know till you start coaching guys what kind of aptitude they have from taking it off out of the meeting room to the practice field and executing it at the tempo that we play at. And that's what we've been just blown away by. I mean, very, very, very few mistakes. So this is a kid that has put the work in. You know, you get what you sow. You know, the old saying. He's put that work in, and he's reaped the benefits. He came into camp very well prepared. He put all the time in this summer learning, studying, getting with older guys, and it showed up in practice. So really, we're really pleased with him, and he brings a little something different to the group. So we're really happy with that whole group. We think we got a special group of tight ends, and but he's shown he can help us win this year.
What about a guy like Van Smith?
He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
And I feel silly for asking Christian Wilkins. I guess he's gonna play.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play a lot. Yeah.
This might sound crazy, but Kane, just given the depth that you guys have at receiver.
Oh no, he's got to play. We need him to play. He's gonna be. He's not as. He's not as. He's like where Nuke was as a freshman. To be honest with you, we just got different people here than when Nuke came in. And Nuke really wasn't very good foot receiver as a freshman. He really had to buy in. He was weak. He had a lot to learn fundamentally, technically. He just had freaky ball skills. That's kind of what we got with Deon Kane. He's got freaky ball skills. He's a little more polished maybe than Nuke was, but he's still raw. But he's got to be willing to put the work in like Nuke did. You know, Nuke got better and better and better, and by the end of the year, he was pretty good that freshman year, even though he still wasn't very strong. Whereas Deon is bigger, he's stronger, he can run, he's got a good understanding, he's got some good tutelage with Mike and Travion. No, we got to have him play. He's going to help us win this year. There's no question. You know, he's not ready to be an every down complete player yet, but we don't need him to be. We just need him to know what to do when he's in there and make the plays that present themselves. And he knows what to do with it when he gets it.
Did Nuke lead the team in receptions his freshman year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he led our team.
We were obviously a lot thinner at wide receiver.
We were real thin.
How did kickers do today, Coach?
Really good. You know, Hugo's been unbelievable. And I've been very cautious with you guys, especially as far as, you know, my comments with those guys. But I've just been blown away by this kid. I mean, he's had one bad practice. And however many practices we've had, he's had one bad practice. One. It just so happened to be the first time out in the stadium that we did kicking, that second scrimmage. But boy, he came back ready yesterday. But outside of that one day, he has been tremendous. So I'm really proud of him. And Alex has been good. It's really, as I told you, it's really not Alex. It's just Hugo's just won the job, and he's earned the right to be the guy. And I'm just really, proud of him. I mean, what a great lesson that he'll carry with him the rest of his life. Hey, you believe in yourself, you prepare, and you walk out here against all odds and you win the job. And he's earned the respect of his teammates. So that's when they start giving you nicknames, then hey, you're in. Greg the Leg or whatever they call him. So they all like him. And but we got a good situation. We got a good, healthy situation, because especially for our future. Because I think he's a redshirt freshman. Because he tried out last fall as a true freshman. He's a redshirt freshman. Alex is just a redshirt freshman, and Alex is talented and going to get better and as he gets stronger. So it's a good situation for us. We feel good about Teasdall. He's had a really good camp, had a great day today. Renfro's been really solid. We got a couple punters. We had our walk-on tryouts today. Everybody wants to try out now, buddy. We hand out a couple scholarships around here. We got them coming, which is great. I love it to see a group. I'd take them all if I could. I really would. Guys that want to play football, that want to go through the grind, and they're a special breed. But we can only have 115 on the roster. And so we only got room for a few of them, so we got some decisions to make. And a lot of it is just based on need. He might be the best player, but we really need a running back, for example. And So we got to kind of fill our roster out, and we'll inventory a few guys that we'll bring back out this spring. But I like the looks of some of these kids that we had out here today.
When is the first time you saw Hugo kick?
Last fall. Yeah, last fall. Yeah, we knew about him at Blythewood, but so we told him to, he wanted to try it out, so we told him to come out on the tryout, and he did pretty good. Not great. We wanted him to come back in the spring, and so he came back in the spring and did great. You could just tell that he had really worked and he'd gotten stronger and actually punted the ball decent too. So we told him we wanted to keep him and we were going to bring him out, when school started, when camp started. Wasn't sure if he was going to be in the 105 or 115, but then with the situation with Ammon, we put him in the 105.
To what distance do you trust him out to?
Well, he hit a 53-yarder the other day. It was probably good from probably 57 or so. I mean, nailed it. He's got a strong leg. He really does.
All set.